Man, like what a crazy NFL season. All right, let's just recap this and start from the top. Let's just start from the top. Eagles take the Chiefs to the woodshed and whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. A lot of changes in the coaching ranks coming into this season. Tennessee Titans get Cam Ward. Browns have 8 quarterbacks under contract. Trade the second overall pick to the Jaguars. Jaguars get Travis Hunter. Bring Liam Cohen in. You look at the Giants, get Abdul Carter and Jackson Dart in the first round. You look at the Patriots taking left tackle Will out of LSU at the top of the draft, and then you have who traded back the Browns go Mason Graham, and then pick up the draft picks. That whole crazy situation. You watch Patrick Mahomes on his final drive go out, miss the playoffs. You see Lamar Jackson miss like 6 weeks, come back, miraculously get into a play-in game against the Steelers. Steelers missed the extra point. Ravens, with Tyler Loop being the kicker because of the Justin Tucker off the field situation, missed the field goal. Ravens let go of Harbaugh. I argue with the Steelers fans to say Tomlin would have been out if they would have lost that game if the Ravens made the field goal. They said no. The very next week they get built in the playoffs, and then Mike Tomlin steps down. We have like 11 different open coaching jobs. You playing musical chairs. Josh Allen's got the stars aligned, gets in the playoffs. Him and James Cook, who led the league in rushing, goes out and fumbles it away. Bo Nix wins the game in overtime and gets hurt in the process. Insert Jared Stidham. You got the Patriots, who picked a top 5 pick, a back-to-back 4-win seasons, is in the Super Bowl. Like, this couldn't get crazier than the Colts being 8-1 at the top of the AFC. Daniel Jones has 2 freak accidents. Daniel Jones goes out. Phillip Rivers comes in. They don't win another game. The Texans, who is down at the bottom of the barrel with the Tennessee Titans, go on a run with CJ Stroud out, get into the playoffs. Jaguars win the division. Then you see,
let me teach you how to vibe.
You see the Texans get in, and then CJ Stroud absolutely wet the bed like Ryan Tannehill versus the Bengals style. Joe Burrow missed the playoffs 3 consecutive years. They retain their coach while every other coach in the AFC North gets let go. Like, this has been the absolute craziest season that I can remember. Pete Carroll, a Hall of Fame coach, getting him and Chip Kelly out after a short turnaround. They got the number 1 pick. They're probably taking Fernando Mendoza in Las Vegas. Mind you, the Raiders game is the game that got Brian Callahan fired. Stefanski gets hired in Atlanta after Raheem Morris goes on a 4-game winning streak to end the season. And then the first thing he does is call the Callahans up and hire the Callahans. Like, this has been like the most, starting off with the Shedeur Sanders falling in the draft to the 5th round, and then some kind of way working his way up to the starter and the coach getting fired. Now Dylan Gabriel is stuck sitting there saying, what am I going to do? The Arizona Cardinals start the season off 5 consecutive games. They got the ball in their hand with the game won and wet the bed in 5 consecutive games to start the season. Not to mention Amari DiMercato dropping the touchdown, walking into the end zone that cost them the Titans game, where the coach hit the player on the sideline and then winds up getting fired. Kyler Murray is likely to be out by March. The up and down year for the 49ers, from Brock Purdy being out, Brandon Ayuk crashing out and just not wanting to play football over wearing red shorts to practice. Deebo Samuel goes to the Commanders. You get George Kittle in and out, Talanoa Hufanga, Charvarius Ward, Greenlaw, Nick Bosa, Fred Warner, all them out. The 49ers still have a chance to win their division some kind of way. You have Aaron Glenn goes to the Jets. You have Ben Johnson leave the Lions. The Lions, the craziest play I've ever seen. The ending of the game, the Lions Steelers game. They put the ended the Lions season, and then at the same time, Ben Johnson wins the division after leaving from Dan Campbell. Bears have a crazy turnaround from being at the bottom of the division to winning the division. Like this season, from what we just said, Sam Darnold 14 wins, Daniel Jones, JJ McCarthy, Jay Jettis, who was the best receiver in the league up until that point, not even being like having a Pro Bowl season, not getting the ball, the Vikings falling off the face of the earth, the NFC South, all the injuries the Buccaneers went through for the end of the season to come down to Panthers winning the division after everybody wrote off Bryce Young and needing the Saints and the Falcons to play for the division to be had, and then the Panthers getting in. Buccaneers have dominated the South for like the last 5, 6, 7 years is out. Then on top of that, Stefanski gets hired in Atlanta, and then him and Baker Mayfield has got beef. We're gonna get to see that next season, along with Robert Saleh, Liam Cohen beef with the Titans and the Jaguars. Then we get to the NFC East. Jaden Daniels, who people wrote off Drake May and Caleb Williams last year because Jaden Daniels goes to the NFC Championship year 1, gets hurt. They got a top 5 pick this year. Cliff Kingsbury and the DC is out. Dan Quinn over there by himself. Austin Eckler had the crazy freak accident and out for the season. What do the Commanders do? The Giants, Daboll out. Jackson Dart in the blue tent. They got a young team. Now they got Harbaugh. Dallas Cowboys, the crazy trades at midseason. Dallas Cowboys trading Micah Parsons before the season, which I called. Crystal Ball's in the chat. And then lo and behold, look at the Dallas Cowboys, 7-8-1. I feel like they lost that last game on purpose so they wouldn't be 8-8-1, which I called that too. And then here comes the Philadelphia Eagles with Kellen Moore going to the Saints. Now the Philadelphia Eagles offense falls off the face of the earth, and they got an early exit in the playoffs, and they got decisions to make. This has been the craziest NFL football season I can remember in some time. And I had to get through that spiel without reading the comments because that is absolutely nuts of an NFL season. But that's exactly what we want because it's exciting. It keeps everybody engaged. The conversations are great, and we get to be here in the shop to talk about it, man. That's a blessing. All right, so now I'm gonna get caught up on y'all comments because I had to get through that spiel. I didn't even want to take a break. I just wanted to get in here and just say it. Caleb Vaughn Chase on got 10.5 sacks with 3 in the playoff, and man got in there, only boost him to 75. Man, who cares about Madden? Big Jeff. What they don't need is Chip Kelly to come in and ruin anybody. The best thing they did was get rid of Chip Kelly. Will was a little off recently, injury. I feel like he played great. Worst case scenario, he can be an elite guard. I think he'll be there at tackle. I mean, it's his first year. I mean, you go to the Super Bowl at left tackle, he can't be that bad, right? Former Titans Tyke Tolbert set to join the Dolphins staff.
Let me teach you how to vibe.
Bro, all the going for it on 4th down instead of taking the field goal is killing teams. Coaching just bad. But I ain't gonna lie though. The thing about the difference in that though, VR, is I'm on the road. I got a Hall of Fame quarterback that's already won a Super Bowl. I got Puka Nacua and Devontae Adams out wide. I'm gonna put the ball in Matt Stafford's hand and see if he can't get it done. I'm okay with that because they still had a chance to get the ball back. They just couldn't get off the field earlier than what they did. I'm okay with that. I see what you're saying, but I'm okay with, because I dogged the Packers out that year when they played Tom Brady and they had Aaron Rodgers 4th and goal and they kicked and Tom Brady picked up 1 first down and the game was over. So I'm cool with them going for it right there. Why we got to bring up DeMercado again? Because it happened. It's part of the NFL season, brother. He said Cardinals coach spanked the player. Michael Wilson looked better than Marvin. I don't think they know what they're doing though. Like Wilson is a dog though, but I think him and Marv can be a bit. I don't think they know what to do with Marv the same way the Jaguars don't know what to do with Brian Thomas. Like you got a dunker and you don't get him vertical. Yes, you were entertained, Ray Day. Stat man in the building. We had a chance to win with Shanahan. Solid and Lynch, man. Our culture is the win. Next man up. Colts traded for Sauce. That wasn't a bad trade. I mean, at the end of the day, you can't anticipate if you're 8-1 that your quarterback is gonna break his leg and his Achilles. Because I mean, the Colts is 8-1, and you remember what's the cornerback they had to just quit. You know what I'm saying? Like when you have a starting cornerback just decide he don't want to play football no more and just quit after a game, like trading for, like if you trading for like Sauce Gardner or Pat Surtain or somebody like that, like I'm not mad at somebody trying to get a player like that if that's what they feel like they was going to do. Because if let's say Daniel Jones didn't get hurt, the Colts probably make the playoffs and you going all in. You're not going to get a high draft pick. You're trading your first with the anticipation that you're going to have a playoff type of first round draft pick, which is at the bottom.
Let me teach you how to vibe.
I'm not mad at them for going the direction they was in, because Daniel Jones was on a 1-year deal, 14 million guaranteed, 17 million total. Anthony Richardson was is coming up on his last year. Like I seen the vision they had, but you can't anticipate it. The same way the Broncos, if the Broncos would have traded their first round pick for a high value player, and you can't anticipate Bo Nix, going out for the season and having to have surgery in overtime of the game that sends you to the AFC Championship. Would I take Cliff Kingsbury in Nashville at OC? Of course I would. Bring him on. I'll help him pack his bags. The Parsons trade was why I called it on Rich Black Man's podcast. I said, y'all probably going to trade Micah Parsons for a first, because you can't have the highest paid quarterback in the league, the highest paid receiver in the league, the highest paid defensive edge rusher. Like you can't have $150 million in contracts and 3 players. Like somebody got to walk. Bears and Packers reigniting a long-standing rivalry with real bad blood. It's gonna get crazy with all the turnover in the coaches. The offseason will be very interesting, especially for my Tennessee Titans. I heard the Eagles are having a hard time finding an OC for Hurts. The thing about the Eagles is the same way with somebody taking the Bills job. Like, think about it. Mike McDaniel probably could be a head coach, but he took an OC job on the Chargers. I think some teams is like some coaches is saying like, if I go to Buffalo and they just fired a coach that was a winner for a decade, or if I go take the Ravens job and this is a long standing coach, the same with Mike McCarthy going to the Steelers, it's gonna be hard to get somebody that's come in and say like, your floor is the playoffs, and if I don't make this team look better than it did last year, regardless of the moving parts that I have to deal with and work with, like it's gonna be a lot of pressure on the head. So if you go to the Eagles as an OC, you're expected to make them look good. You're expected to make them win. You're expected to make the Eagles be back as a Super Bowl caliber offense, to keep AJ Brown happy, to keep Devontae Smith happy, to keep Saquon with the ball, and to use Jalen Hurts to the best of his ability. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a tough situation. The same way that the Lions passed on some people, or some people passed on the Lions and they got Petsing. Like you just got to get what, you know what I'm saying? Like it's a tough situation to deal with all this turnover. Because I'm pretty sure some people that they thought was going to be OCs got head coaching jobs, and people that they thought they could got jobs at other places. You know what I'm saying? Like some very stable situations got flipped upside down this season. Thoughts on Kennard getting to DC with the Giants? I mean, Becker, all y'all got to do is go on my page. I literally said Denard Wilson is probably going to follow Harbaugh. Like I literally have the post. Like I promise, like I be dead on this stuff. I don't be just saying this like to try to toot my own horn. I just look at a lot of stuff and watch a lot of stuff, and I'm like, here's the guy that Mike McDonald left Harbaugh and went to the Seahawks. He could have had the Titans job. Denard Wilson came to the Tennessee Titans and turned made water out of wine. Wine out of water with the Tennessee Titans secondary, and the defense that he still have, having Jeffrey Simmons have the season he had, Jahad Ward, a lot of people overachieved. Cedric Gray, it's a lot of people played out their mind with Denard Wilson in his scheme. So like, why wouldn't Harbaugh bring a familiar face that he know can get the most out of a defense? That only makes sense. That's what the coaching tree is all about. You know, like going into a situation to talk about the job you're gonna get. And it could have been like, you know, people don't think about that, Becker. That could have been one of the reasons why John Harbaugh didn't take the Titans. His intention may have been to bring Denard Wilson with him. And if he came to Nashville and said, I want to be the coach, but I want to keep Denard Wilson, that might have been a awkward situation. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes those type of things happen. He said if the defense is good, take your points. But the defense wasn't playing good. Sam Darnold had almost 400 yards passing, 3 touchdowns on no picks. So, I mean, that might have something to do with it. K9 was having a day. So, I mean, that you kind of making my point. Even in the Broncos game, they was up 7-0, went for it on fourth. Didn't get it, lost the game 10-7, all because the weather got bad. But I'm saying, like, if you watch that game, VR, Will Lutz missed the kick before half, and then the Patriots missed the kick. You know what I'm saying? Also, to me, just me being, you know, you a football guy, I'm a football guy. It's only so many times with the Super Bowl on the line, I'm going to put the faith in the kicker. Either the kicker going to make the kick, or I'm going to put the ball in a Hall of Fame quarterback, Matt Stafford's hand. I'm going to put it in an MVP candidate, Drake May's hand. I'm going to put it in Sam Darnold, who having back-to-back crazy years on 2 different teams' hand. You know, if the Broncos would have had Bo Nix, I'm pretty sure, you know what I'm saying, this Sean Payton is an offensive mind. Like, he was dialing up some shit. You know, like, these ain't no, you know, poo butt coaches. I trust that Sean Payton can dial some shit up to get, you know, to pick up that first down. You know what I mean? The season on the line, I'm rolling the dice. You know what I'm saying? Like, I get it. You know, but all the chips on the line, I'm gonna put the faith in my team and let them go make a play. Just gotta answer for it if it don't happen. Eagles need to figure out if they want to trade AJ or keep him re-sign. Ain't no OC gonna want to come into the situation. I know if he's gonna have to deal with a diva side, but it's really not a diva though. Like, this offensive coordinator for the Eagles this year was ass. Let's just say that. Like, what coordinator wouldn't want to have 2 number 1 receivers and one of the top, if not the top running back in the league with a good offensive line and a coach and a quarterback that's mobile? You got good tight ends. Maybe the offensive coordinator sucks. Like, look, can we say that sometimes? Like, maybe they need to call plays for AJ Brown. Like, when you see AJ Brown not get targets into the third quarter, like, why do you have a $100 million wide receiver that you don't throw the ball to? Like, if I watch the Vikings don't throw the ball to Jay Jettis, or I watch the Cincinnati Bengals not get the ball to Jamar Chase, I'm wondering, what are they doing? I don't have to worry about that with good teams. The Rams is getting Puka Nacua the ball, and the Seahawks is getting JSN the ball. Good teams get the good players the ball and let stuff happen. Unless you're the Jacksonville Jaguars and you throwing the ball to Jacoby Myers and some of the backups instead of Brian Thomas. Like, Brian Thomas had 2 targets, 2 catches, 20-some yards and a touchdown. They just didn't throw him the ball.
Let me teach you how to vibe.
You know, like, bad teams don't get they playmakers the ball. You say if all the crap people would give Hurts, he's had a new OC every single season. This would be his 7th new OC. 2 times. What up? So who's the future OC for us then? If the Bills pass on Daboll gonna be our OC. I know it ain't gonna be Bo Hardegree, Mike McCoy, or Brian Callahan. I know it ain't gonna be Tim Kelly or Todd drunk ass Downing. I know it ain't gonna be none of them guys. Instead, I was talking about Denver. I know, but it's a thing, like, Denver's field goal kicker missed kicks. So, like, Sean Payton is a Super Bowl caliber coach. He's only going to put the ball in the kicker's hand so many times and say, fuck it, go make a play. Been without power for 2 days. Definitely got my prayers. Hope y'all got some water and some non-perishable goods and some way to stay warm, man. Even when AJ started going off, they were still losing, but AJ stopped talking. I mean, what big name receiver ain't a diva though? Like, bro, like watch the Eagles play and watch them play games and watch them not get the ball to AJ Brown. I'm confused, bro. Like, you watch games when AJ Brown had 3 targets in a game and he's upset on the sideline if they lose by 1 possession. Of course, what receiver wouldn't? Like, I'm gonna be real with y'all. I don't want a receiver who, if they lose and he don't get the ball, if he's okay with it. If I got Derrick Henry in the backfield and you the Baltimore Ravens, y'all remember Derrick Henry ran a long touchdown and they took the lead in a game this season, and it was like 11 minutes left in the game and Derrick Henry didn't touch the ball. He's supposed to be mad on the sideline. I'm 6'4", 250 pounds, and I can outrun everybody on the field. I'm a Hall of Fame running back, and you won't give me the football to close the game out. Of course I'm going to be mad. If I'm AJ Brown and I've already been to 2 Super Bowls and I won one, and we play a game against a division rival or a big time primetime game, and you target me 4 times and we lose, I'm going to say something. I'm confused. If you got a player that's $100 million player that don't get mad when he don't get the ball, like, I don't want him on my team. We got a generator. It's cold down here in Mississippi. Hey, that's good. Y'all got a generator. From the beginning of the game, they should have went up 10 because the defense was playing good. I mean, I think we just missing the fact that like the kickers was missing field goals. Like, y'all do realize like pregame, the coach go out there and they watch the kicker kick, and the special team coach comes and says, if we don't go in this direction, if the wind is blowing this, like, we don't need to kick it. Y'all do realize those type of things happen, right? And we watched 2 kickers miss kicks back to back in the first half before the snow started getting crazy, and then we still saying, man, we should have kicked the ball. No, you shouldn't. You should have went for it and made a play. I think he was complaining more about Hurts. I mean, like, if I watch Tom Brady and I watch Peyton Manning and they having a bad game or they're not linking up with their receivers, they be throwing tablets and cussing everybody out. Then you see AJ Brown and Jalen Hurts do it, and it's a big deal. I'm confused. Justin Jefferson demanded trade this all season or next season. Him and Cam Ward in the Under Armour commercials. Talk to me. He said there would have been a 20-yard field goal.
Let me teach you how to vibe.
What was the field goal that the extra point that the Steelers missed that would have cost them the season? Bro, like, kickers been missing a lot of kicks this year, whether it's short or close, or medium range or long range. Like, I don't understand like this. I hate to be wrong, but like this pussy mentality that like we gotta kick and punt the ball. You got top of the line players on both sides of the ball. Go make a play. Like, this is the Super Bowl. This ain't week 3, week 2 where you play conservative. This is game on the line. I got the best players in the world. Go make a fucking play. If it's 4th and 1, run the goddamn ball. If it's the Rams and you on the goal line, if I lose, I'm okay losing if Matt Stafford cannot connect from the 6. I just hate this, like, 1986, we just gonna kick. Then you kick and then they play the game different and they score and kick a field goal to beat you on the other side. Like, then what do you say? It's the same shit. It's just scary ass playing, bro. Roll the fucking dice. Roll the fucking dice. He said, no, you don't. Dan Campbell would have went for it no matter what. Yeah, and Dan Campbell's defense, Sam Laporta should have caught the damn ball. The ball bounced off his fucking teeth. Josh Reynolds should have caught the ball. It's wide open. Jared Goff hit them in the chest. Like, I'm just one of them people that, like, put the ball in your playmaker's hands and make a play. Playing for field goals and playing the punt and all that shit don't usually mean you're gonna go down with your hands in your face. And if I lose, I'm gonna lose like going out shooting, not going out playing conservative as hell. Drake May is making plays. I mean, it is like a snowstorm. You gotta do what you gotta do. But even before the snowstorm started, like Drake May was not playing no incredible football game. John Tiggs, Mo, Michael, Comedy 2 times, Kenny O, Joe Stevens, VR. I think I'm caught up on everybody who hit. Hey, yo, if y'all haven't already did so, hit that like, share, comment, tap in. We live on Facebook, Kick, YouTube, and Twitch. This is the Shop Talk, man. We just in here rapping. This is end of an NFL season. We got the Seahawks and the Patriots in the Super Bowl with coaches that haven't been in their situations long, to prove to people that things can be done, that you can make changes, you can turn a team around in a short period of time. Which I think if your team, like mine, is a team that just hired a new coach and is going to make a lot of moves in free agency and the draft, that next season shall be exciting for us all, to hope that our teams make some changes that put us in a position to make a run for a Super Bowl. What do you think about us getting Denver's defensive coordinator, Vance Joseph? I mean, I don't know that Vance Joseph would want to go from AFC Championship to come here in a lateral move. You know, if Vance Joseph was taking a head coaching job, would be different. I don't know that he would leave the Broncos defense to come coach the Titans defense with Robert Saleh calling the plays. That would be a downward step for Vance Joseph. That would be a downward step for Vance Joseph. Would you not agree, Craig? That would be going backwards. Your defense gave up 10 points in the AFC Championship game without your starting quarterback, and you're going to leave that defense to go to the Tennessee Titans to not call plays. I don't see that one. What a game. And I had Jordan Whittington getting one catch, and he did not have a single catch in the game, which would have made my ticket hit. Tragedy. Let's look at the box score real quick from this game, though. Box score was quite crazy. Matt Stafford, 22 of 35, 374, 3 touchdowns, no picks. Sam Darnold, 25 of 36, 346, 3 touchdowns, no picks. Those two guys balled TF out. Puka Nacua, 9 catches, 165 yards, a touchdown. Tay Adams, 4 catches, 89 and a touchdown. JSN went crazy, 10 catches, 153 yards and a touchdown. And then Cooper Kupp with 4 timely catches and a touchdown. What a game. Now that's a box score. You know, like that's when you say like both quarterbacks left it all on the line. You can't be mad at either one of those guys for what they was able to do. I mean, let's just give respect where respect is due. 4,048 yards, 25 touchdowns, 14 picks for Sam Darnold. But Matthew Stafford with a monster, and I do mean monster year at quarterback. This guy at 37 years old, 4,700 yards, 46 touchdowns, only 8 interceptions. Matt Stafford had one hell of a year this year.